14. Doesn't it make a big difference what you steal with?
Yeah.
And it's not that much different, right? You see what I did was I just took the top of my folding range and let's say 3-betting it or calling it, right? Probably 3-bet more than call. Okay? So
Yeah.
the difference is, the people are not going to steal as much from you here, right?
Yes.
Even if you make it 49-20, or 49-20, people are going to stop stealing from you. So all of a sudden, that 1 BB big blind we have, and then there's small blind, we'll get a lot of that, right? As a walk, right?
Yeah.
And simply all I did was just take, 3% and then 3-bet it, right? 4% 3-bet it, right? And
Yeah.
it changes what people do. I mean, think about it. Do you change what you do based on these two guys here?
Yes, I open about 35 in the first and about 50%.
There you go, right? So, you see what happens? 15% less, you're gonna make this money, right?
Yeah.
So let's work on that. So how do we go about doing that, right? And it makes yourself a tougher player. When people look at you in the big one, they go, "Oh wow, this guy's crazy," right? He never folds. I hate this guy, right? I'm even worse than that. I'm like 28, 25, right? And then nobody touches my big blind, okay? So, can you give me control, please?
28, 25.
Yeah. Nobody touches the big blind, right? So yeah. Call. You can bet or check back either way. Check folder here, right? I would check now. I don't think you can rep too much. With him, I would take ace. I would probably 3-bet him with ace-5 offsuit, right? But ace-5 suited, I would call. Is this it? Oh, but this is an 11 hand. So I'm not worried about the winning or losses. Let's just see where we can apply more pressure in this spot, okay? Yeah, fold, fine. Fold. 3-bet. Durable?
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Easy 3-bet, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is like back to square one. Don't be scared, money. Just do what I teach you, right? He opens 80% and he folds 75%.
We can call too and raise the bet. Then he fold a lot.
You could, but I mean, what you want to do is take the easy, the path that makes you the most money, right? The most plus EV play, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So with ace 2, you generally don't flop many draws, right? To raise C-bet, right?
Yeah. Right.
A hand like 8-6 is better for that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
7-8 because they flop a lot more equity than ace 2 offsuit, right?
Yeah.
So some hands that have better connectivity, better playability, then we can call. You know what I mean?
And you want to call X8-6 suited and 3-bet with the ace-2 offsuit, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Because ace-2 offsuit can have a lot of showdown value. 8,
No showdown
6,
value, no playability, no bluffing. You can't. It's hard to bluff with that hand.
Yeah.
Because if you call with 8-2 offsuit, you're generally going to have to bluff completely with air, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to create a plan where you always have to bluff with air. You know what I mean, Gilbo?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bad plan, right? To always think, okay, yeah, look, he's exploitable here. I'm gonna call with 8-2 offsuit and then raise the C bet. Then what you're saying is we don't care about the community, the flop, turn or river, right?
Yeah.
But that's not always the best scenario or best plan to stick with because you're not gonna flop much, Okay.
Okay.
So we took it here, right? There's so many ways you can play this hand, but folding is almost the worst, right? Right, Gilbo?
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. So folding is like the worst you can do with ace-2 offsuit, right? Okay. So this is the bottom of your this is the top of your folding range. So let's 3-bet him, right?
Yeah.
Probably my 3-bet here against him would probably be like 30%, right? He never 4-bets, never 4-bet bluffs, right?
Would you call your top of the range or not?
Yeah,
Bet
you
everything.
call aces, kings, ace king, ace queen, ace jack. So you don't have to be polarized against him, right? If he's gonna do this, and then we can be just 3-betting garbage completely, right? Unless I've been 3-betting him a lot, which I would be, right? Then I would include value hands, okay? You understand?
Okay.
Because then we would have dynamics, right?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna assume he's gonna over adjust, so start 4-betting or whatever. So if I 3-bet in the last 4 rounds or 3 rounds, then I pick up aces. You think I'm gonna call with aces?
No. 3-bet.
Not anymore.
Because of the dynamics of the table, you know what I mean? Of what we've been doing the last three rounds, it's gonna get to people. You don't think so, but that's something that plays out. And you have to take that into account, right?
Yeah.
So easy 3-bet. Dude. Wow, $2. I would. If it was 150, I'd call. Oh yeah, no, he's isolating this guy, so I'd fold. Yeah. 3-bet. What usually a heads up? What I would do is 3-bet the first hand, right? If he showed me this so far, I want to see how he reacts heads up, right?
Wow.
He's a fish, right? Right,
Yeah.
Gilbo?
Yeah.
He fold a lot of 3-bet.
Here you could call. There we go. Call's okay?
Yes, he's tight, and we don't know about him.
Exactly. Call. You ever think about checking back here?
Mm. Don't know. I think I bet.
Betting is fine, but I'm trying to think when he bet and then checks. I think he's check folding quite a lot, right? And we're only expecting maybe 1 street of value here, from worst hand.
Yes.
So how do we get 1 street of value from a hand like 7-8, 8-9,
The river.
or 5-6, or king queen, king jack? We probably don't get much value from that range, right?
Yeah.
How do we get value from 10s, jacks, queens, that bets, right? I think I would check back here and then bet river. Just check. Interesting. You should bet. And if he bet check bets, then we just call, right?
Yes, of course.
Easy 3-bet here, right? I fold now. Call. Yep. Okay. Here he's on the tighter side. Um, so far, I mean, of course, variance could change, right? He could be playing 30-30, right?
He's unknown, so
He's unknown, yeah. So you can call a 3-bet. I'd probably, if it's unknown, I would rather 3-bet. If I have this one time he's folded already, I'm probably gonna 3-bet him. Like I said, it's like heads up. If I don't know what the guy's doing, I generally,
find out.
yeah, I would 3-bet to see what he does out of position. Here is probably a 3-bet more than a call. This hand doesn't
Yes.
play too well. Post flop, right? What do you think?
It's the bottom.
He's a button?
It's the bottom of our range.
Yeah, they're the bottom. So start 3-betting instead of calling, right?
Yeah.
This is a tough hand to play. Even though we have position, it's a tougher hand to play in position, right? Doesn't flop very well, so just 3-bet it. Like I said, once you see this, let's try, and then take these hands that you would call with the bottom of your calling range and start 3-betting it, and see what he does. Right? Okay.
Okay.
You'll see he's gonna fold more often than not, right? And you see by 3-betting the way I'm teaching you now, okay, Guillermo, this is gonna go up to 20, right?
Yeah.
You have to remember position. We can do all sorts. We can pot control like second pair, third pair, top pair, whatever, right? You know, when we have position, it's a lot easier. Okay. And if I teach you to 3-bet 20% here, what do you think happens to your overall 3-bet?
Goes 1% more or 2.
Yeah, it goes higher, right? So if it goes higher, what do you think? What do you think people do to you in general? They're gonna think you're the average reg, right? You go 8.5, that's normal, right? Like a pretty standard loose, like not too tight, right? 7.5, they can put you on the tighter side, okay? When they see 8.5, he's a bit more of a monkey, but they don't realize that most of your 3-bet is big blind versus small blind, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then when they see 8.5, what do? Well, if you get it to 20, that's 11, yeah. So it's almost 2%. So it's almost 9%, right? Okay. You see what happens? The difference when they see 9% and 7.5. It's a huge difference, right? People start paying you off more when you 3-bet. You see, even if you keep this the 4.1%, if you keep doing that, people are still gonna over adjust and start doing other crazy stuff against you because they see 9.1, 9.2, right? You know what I mean? But they don't realize that most of your 3-bet is big blind versus small blind. So here, yeah, you can call him. I call because he plays pretty passive, right? Probably ball there, that's fine. You're min raising it a lot. Yeah.
You would call anything there?
Would I call anything?
Yes.
No, I would call more like playable hands, like 5-7 suited, 6-8 suited, and my plan would be to float him a lot, right? Okay, on the flop. But I wouldn't call with 5-2 suited. I would fold it. If he min raise, then yeah, probably I would call. Yeah, I would call min raise. If it's 3x, then I would tighten up. I think you should call here with the min raise. Should be okay, okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, you can join this.
Hi.
we're just gonna do a sweat later on with Giro, right, Giro?
Okay.
You're gonna play and we're gonna watch you, right?
Okay.
But right now we're
We
just
did
looking at the defending in the big blind against small blind. Okay, so once this guy starts min raising like this, start 3-betting him, right?
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, calling here can't be horrible either with 10-6. I mean, he has a 53% range. We have position. I would 3-bet it though. Take the top of my calling range and 3-betting it. Yeah, I would 3-bet it. I would make his life miserable, right? If he keeps opening 53%, you see what he's doing?
Yeah.
It's just opening way looser in the small blind than he is at the button, right? Okay, and we can exploit it in a bit because he's just trying to exploit people as this number here, right? Okay, so every time he sees somebody over 50, he just min raises. Okay, so let's attack him. Bluff him where he's widest, right? Again, you see, we need to put a stop to him, right? Gearball?
Yeah.
No more of this crap, okay? Cannot hold this, yeah. Yeah, I like it. My plan would be barrel all spades. King I might check, 8 I might check, right? Yeah, you should bet. You should bet this turn, right?
Yes.
Bet turn on Jam River. I mean, this is a lot of your value ranges there, like Ace Jack of Spades, Ace Queen, Queen 6 of Spades, 7 8 of Spades. You have lots of value in hand. And you remember he doesn't fold?
Yes.
Both the raises, right?
Yeah.
This means his range is a lot wider than you think, right? Some 10x, 9x, Ace Queen, Queen 2, Queen 3, Queen 4, Queen 5, 8, 8 5, Ace 8, you know.
How much we should to bet on the turn? Here.
How much?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the pot's 540. Well, we have to try to get stacks in, which is a bit tougher.
Yeah.
But you should go like 5.
5.
It's about 15, and then you have 21.
Yeah. You think we bet 5 and he call? His range will be narrow, very strong. Don't you think?
Yeah, here we should go a bit bigger, maybe like 260.
Yes.
Then the pot will be 80 cents bigger, so the 620. Then you can get like 550. And our plan when we raise this flop should be like, what cards are we get? You know, when you bluff, it's like telling a story, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And if our story makes sense, then it's gonna get more folds. You know what I mean? So on this board, what am I repping?
Yeah.
Queen King.
Yep.
7 8.
Yeah. Well, maybe King Queen no, because you will trade bet more often than call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I 3-bet 20%, yeah, I'll have King Queen it. So
7
10
8.
Jack,
7 8 and Jack. Yeah.
7
Nines.
8, Queen 8,
King 8, yeah.
all the flush draws. So what turns would I barrel? Is like any spade I would fire away, right?
Yep.
I'd fire turn, fire river. Okay. But I think he's still pretty wide that you can get him a fold a lot. Like he'll have like 8 9, 10 8, Jack 8,
Yeah.
Jack 10 Queen, 9 Queen. That we should barrel turn and Jam River, get him a fold a lot of that range, which obviously beats us, right?
No.
Aces, Kings, Queens is still in his range, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and he folds that.
Yeah, he should fold that at the river. But that's the story you want to tell him, you know. I have nuts, right? So then the turn spade was like, you know, when I see the spade, my eyes light up, right? It's like It's like hitting the jackpot at the casino, right? Like, oh, I like to move it, move it.
Shake
Okay. Call. Call because you can exploit him. When he checks, he check forward a lot, right? So we can bluff a lot of boards, right? And the
Yes.
hand plays okay in position too, right?
However, he's very tight.
Yeah, he's very tight, but he plays very passive full flop, right? If he doesn't have it, he gives up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he's playing, let's say, aces, ace, king, and kings, right? If he was only playing that, but he check folds all of his ace, king, you know, you can even call here with the 6-7, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be times you flop a set, you stack aces and kings, right? Sometimes you're going to flop a straight, you're going to stack aces and kings, right?
Yeah.
And against ace king, he's going to check fold if he doesn't hit. You know, the board is 10, 9, 3. He's going to check. You bet he folds. You know. So don't worry about tightness. If it's exploitable, we can expand our calling range. You know what I mean? Same guy. This is the same guy that min raising. See, if I sit at a regular table, I'll pick up on that and I'll start 3-betting him just because I want to. This guy here keeps min raising to me. I'll just keep 3-betting him just for the heck of it, right? Because I have position, right? Put a stop to this nonsense, right?
Okay.
just tell him, hey, listen, you know, you can't steal from me this way, right? And then eventually, once he sees, like, 42, 30, he's gonna stop this min raising business, right? And he's gonna tighten up his range. But not Jack 4 offsuit, but pick hand like 10-8 offsuit, something that plays a bit better, right? You just skip the heads up part of it.
Yeah.
That's call, you know. This is way too exploitable, right? Hearable?
Yes, he doesn't see that.
He doesn't see that at all.
And fold a lot.
60% of the times we take this pot down, right?
Yes.
That's like somebody playing flip a coin with you and saying, hey, I'm only gonna win 40% of the time. Right? Wrong? No? Agree? Disagree? Hearable?
Yes, I'm gonna expand my calling range here.
You have to, right? Tell me why I fold 8-3 offsuit here.
You don't.
Fold?
Tell me why I should fold 8-3 offsuit here.
Don't know, maybe not that wide.
Shouldn't fold.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, I need to call 86.
Let's say I never saw my cards. Why should I fold?
Okay.
Did I? I don't know. Like, I need you to get to think about it, right? No, it's not like a joke or something. I'm just trying to teach you to understand, right? Why we call wide here, right? But you're on the right track. We have to expand our calling range, right?
Okay.
But do you see why I call with no cards?
Yes.
I close my eyes and he checks. I bet he folds, right? He
Yeah,
bets, I
because
fold.
we shouldn't worry about him check calling because he folds everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's sample size, but I mean, it's a good indication, though, right?
It's the same thing when we are in the small blind and big blind folds 74 and no 3-bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to open any 2 cards. Okay?
It's auto profit.
Exactly. So, remember I told you before you started coaching, I said sometimes I'm going to teach you to call with 8-3 offsuit even though you were taught never to call. This is the spot, okay?
Okay.
I know, don't post it on Poker Strategy and say, yeah, Heidi told me to call with 8-3 offsuit. But do it, okay? You know what I mean? They're gonna scream at you and say, don't call with 8-3 offsuit. Never, just 3-bet it. But I'm teaching you to call, okay?
Yeah, but it's a problem here if we call x3 offsuit and then flop ace 2 folds to c-bet.
Yeah, fold.
Fold every time. And maybe
I don't need cards to play against him, right?
Yeah.
I can close my eyes. He raise, I call. I didn't see my cards yet.
when
He
she
bets,
checks,
I fold. He checks, I bet.
she fold. Yeah.
That's how easy it is against him, right? So, against this guy, I would never fold. You see this number here, Gerbil?
Yeah, I can get it down.
All of a sudden, this goes down to 0 in this particular spot, right? And then this guy here is gonna see you fold, including all the raises he does from the small blind. But that's a lot too, right? So he would see something like this. Think about this, okay? If I never fold to this guy at this table, and I 3-bet him probably 20%, look what happens. He sees 35 and 25, right?
Yeah.
So now when he goes around to the small blind, what does he do now? He's gonna tighten up, right?
Yep.
But most of my defending was not against him, right? Most of my defending was just 3-betting him, but I was calling him. So now all of a sudden in this guy's HUD, he sees me 3-betting, this guy 25%, so, and then him probably 8%. Then he sees 17%, right? 3-bet? But he doesn't realize we don't 3-bet him that much because look at his 4-bet, right? But he still sees 17%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the majority of the 3-bets are going against this guy. But so my image, what I'm showing him is, he sees me 3-betting 17 and folding 0. But most of my 3-bets against him is all value, right? Ace queen, ace king, king queen, ace jack, aces, kings, queens, jack, 10, right?
Yeah.
So you see what I did in this scenario? I created a very good image for myself, didn't I?
Yep.
I was 3-betting like 20% of this table, but this guy doesn't realize that I'm very tight 3-betting against him. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's in one of the scenarios where we can call wider. Same guy, right? Easy call.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, you don't have to do it, okay, Gerbil? But I need you to just think about it first.
Okay.
Understand it first, what we're trying to do, and then if it makes sense to you, then do it. If it doesn't make sense to you, or you're uncomfortable, then don't call here, okay? I'm just
It's okay, I
trying to get you
understand.
guys to think about it, okay? Again, everything I teach you guys, just think about it. If it makes sense, then do it. If it doesn't make sense to you, say a high is an 8 and just ignore it, okay?
Right.
And if he adapts somehow, and
how's he gonna
check
adapt?
calling,
Yeah, listen, if he adapts, he checks, we bet, he calls. And we have 10 high. What do we do?
give up.
Fold.
We give up. I have 10 with a 5, 10 high with a 5 kicker. Or 8 high with a 3 kicker. I mean, and I bet on an ace, king, 3 board, or 2 board. And I still have 8 high. What do I do on the turn? Betting was already profitable, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what can I do with 8 high then on the turn?
Give up, of course.
Give up. You see, he goes check, check. Then he donks, we fold, or he check, check, then the river, and then he had second pair. And we showed him 8-3 offsuit, and he calls us a monkey. Right? He says this guy's stupid. Okay? So now
Yes.
what's up better? He puts a note there, and this guy defends 8-3 offsuit. He's an idiot. Okay? So now all of a sudden in other spots, he's gonna think we have garbage holdings, right? You know what I mean? He's gonna think, in spots like where we never have like 8-3 offsuit, he'll think we have those hands. Okay? And then he'll pay us off more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not knowing that we're trying to exploit him, man. Like I said, you don't have to call it 8-3 offsuit. I need you to just think about calling it 8-3 offsuit. Right? Get your brain thinking, how do I exploit someone? When you do this, you're gonna make people's, this guy's life is gonna be miserable, if you do that. Because what does he want you to do? What does this guy want you to do?
3-bet.
He wants you to 3-bet him, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because he worked so hard on this, 4-bet. Warwick thing with his, right? But once he goes post-flop, what does he do? He got confused, right? So he worked so hard on his 4-betting, but he forgot that you have to play post-flop, So where do we take most of the game against him, right?
Post-flop.
In the big pots, 3-bet him? Or do we take him post-flop? Post-flop, right?
Yeah.
Because why? He forgot that there's community, right? He learned how to play poker, but he forgot that you have to see flop, turn, and river. Okay?
Yeah.
Start to make sense now, Gerbo?
Yes.
Okay. 3-bet? What do you think? I 3-bet. Yeah. I like it. Then call
Why would I
queen
3-bet there?
What's that?
Why should I 3-bet? Queen 9.
I'll call with queen 10. Queen 9. It's a bit bigger gap, right? You could call here with queen 9 too, but I'd probably just call with queen X suited. And 3-bet like king 9 offsuit, queen 9 offsuit. Okay?
We might need to float a couple of times because he barrels.
Yeah, he barrels quite a bit too, so I don't want to be always calling with these hands. The queen 10 I'll definitely call, right?
Yeah, so queen 9 we can't call here profitably. Yeah.
I would just 3-bet it. Again, in position, like if he starts adjusting to our 3-bets, it's an easy adjustment for us, right? Girbo? When we're in position, you see, if I start seeing him like 4-betting me bigger or wider, then what's our adjustment?
Tighten up.
No, I just keep going closer and I just start 5-bet chipping more. But that will come in time, right? But I mean, yeah, tighten up is fine. But it will come in time where I'll teach you to start 5-bet bluffing, right? Because when people start 4-betting more, it's very easy to adjust to those guys. You know what I mean? That's why I don't teach you guys to 4-bet 25%, right? Because it's easy to start adjusting to you and just either tighten up or 5-bet chip wider, right? So we don't want to be in that scenario, okay? Where we're 4-bet folding too often. Yeah, so I 3-bet this too. This is folding. You could call here. He's on the tighter side, but I mean, for some reason, he's kind of positionally aware, right? Small blind button, he gets a bit wider. Then he bets once and gives up a lot, right? And then we'll float once and see what happens, okay?
Okay.
Ace high is probably strong enough to defend, even against a 33% range. Especially when he's exploitable like that. Here is easy call, right? Same guy. Don't 3-bet him though. You bet, you call. You check. You bet, you fold.
Or
I would bet here for value. It's close. What would I do? I think checking back is fine.
You can have some six.
I don't think you would call many
Yeah.
was 10, so I check back.
You can have some six here, I think.
Maybe bet
Oh.
smaller, like $2, maybe 150.
Yeah, but he might not even call with this, right?
Yeah, maybe.
And sometimes he might even go crazy and ship it, and then we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I bet here too, yeah. Yeah, I like the sizing too. I check that. I don't think we should bet this river. I mean, you're not gonna get paid off very often,
Yeah.
and like he might even fold Jack 8, and then you don't want to bet small to induce. Because if you had a 10, would you bet $1.50?
Don't think so.
You don't want to induce anything wrong with this hand, right? So if I'm gonna bet, I'm gonna bet like 450 or something like that. But I think checking back is good. Nice play, nice hand. What do you think about 3-betting this hand?
He does fold until now, so we can try.
Like I said, remember it's like heads up when I play. First couple of hands, I want to see how people react. You know what I mean? Especially if it's Zoom, it's a bit different. But if it's in a regular table, this guy's gonna be opening to us quite a bit. Like the guy earlier, remember Gerbo? That kept
Yeah.
opening min rate. Let's see how he reacts to the 3-bet. And then this is not a bad hand to 3-bet either, right? Suited, connected. Let's see how he reacts. So far, we know he's folded once already. And let's see if he does it again. If he keeps doing it, then we'll keep 3-betting him, okay?
Okay.
Probably never fold that hand. I think it's way too strong in position. I would 3-bet it, like always. Here you can call. Okay. I think against fish, you don't have to worry too much about your range. You know what I mean? Like if he has Jack Queen, Ace Jack, Ace 10, Ace 9, I think he just check folds here. You know, against reg, yeah, I mean Medicinal might not be the best board to start betting. Because if I 3-bet pocket 3s, pocket 5s, you know, King Queen, I probably don't have much value, then I can just check and give up, right? But I think against a fish, he just looks at his cards, looks down at the board, and yeah, I have Ace Jack, I'm just gonna fold. Just bet, okay? So you don't have to worry about fish's hand reading. Oh, our friend. What? You puck controlling or what? You know.
Don't know.
Just bet, I think.
I did play one day 10 tables to see how I'm doing, and maybe that's
Okay. Oh. Pretty bad.
99, 43 bit. Wow.
But we'll see. I mean, it might be variance, right? But I mean,
it's sample.
test him though, right?
I do know him. He doesn't fold that much.
Doesn't fold that much. Just try it. Test it out, okay? The folding is fine. I think I always call here or 3-bet with the min range. I don't ever, rarely ever fold. I probably go a bit bigger, okay, with pocket 4s. 350. Yeah, probably 370, 360, 370. Simply because I don't want to call pocket fours, right? Well, I don't want him to call with the pocket four.
Okay.
Easy 3-bet. This is where he opens the widest, right?
Yes.
So when he calls here, there's still more money to be made, right? So just 3-bet it. Just, like the Michael Jackson song.
All my range.
Just bet it, okay?
All my range, I should 3-bet.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna want you to think about it, right? You know what I mean?
What's happening with?
I see a hold'em manager like a double screen or something like that.
Yes.
I'm not gonna tell you to 3-bet it, but I want you to think about it, right? But I'll tell you now, my 3-bet here would be like 35%.
I want to get rid of that pop-up.
Yeah. Okay. My 3-bet here would be like 35%.
What?
If this guy keeps opening 60% against me, he's gonna hate his life, right? I'm gonna make sure he hates his life. And you're gonna, I'm telling you the truth, okay? Guys like this, even they see me, okay, who 3-bets like 25% at let's say 200, 400, they're still opening 60%. I don't know why. And they keep folding, open folding.
Ego.
I don't know why. It must be they have in their head like this is the range I open in the small blind. I don't care what you do, I'm opening. This guy here on the left here, and this guy here, it's weird. I don't understand why they do it, but they have these ranges that they're set with, and they just keep doing it. Okay.
What?
And I just laugh at them because I just keep 3-betting them. Keep holding. And I don't know why they keep doing it, but I mean, I don't care, right? I'm not gonna tell them to fix it, right? It's too hard to open this much in the small blind if you're gonna fold that much. You're gonna have a tough grind, right? Okay. Yeah, so I mean, your question is, do I 3-bet any 2 cards? I don't 3-bet any 2 cards. I 3-bet suited cards, right? Connected cards. I don't 3-bet 8-2 offsuit, 7-2 offsuit. Then I'm way too wide if I do that, right? That means I have 100% 3-bet.
That's it. Those are the only 2 hands that high doesn't 3-bet, by the way.
Yeah, easy 3-bet again, same guy, right? So. Yeah, easy 3-bet again. See how crazy I am in the big blind, Gerbil?
Okay, so all the bottom of your range is 3-bet.
Yeah.
Your calling range.
No, I mean only when they're doing this,
Yeah.
People ask me like, how can you 3-bet 18% at 50 ML? Right? And my question is, how can I not 3-bet 50, 18%? Look around your table, right? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost impossible not to 3-bet 18% at these tables, right? You could call here. You could 3-bet too. I'll probably always 3-bet King 5 offsuit. Oh. Okay, what's wrong there? Sizing, probably? What do you think?
Too big.
Too big, right?
Big blinds. It's okay, I think.
About 8 big blinds is good. What do you think, Gerbil?
So I should three bet smaller?
For sure, right? I mean, he's folding way too much, right?
Yeah.
He's opening wide, he's folding a lot. And we're gonna be three betting like 30% in this spot. Does it sound good?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be three betting 30% in this spot, shouldn't I make it a bit cheaper then for myself?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll go 4, right? What happened to the mouse? It moved on me. So you smeared out the C bet. So I mean calling her is fine, three bet. I mean against him you can go either way, right?
Yeah.
61% raise versus in. And never folds to raise C bets.
So he raised.
Would it be too much to ask you to raise here? I would raise ace 8 for sure, okay? Ace 8
Yeah.
for value, right? King 8 I would raise. Here, I mean, you can go either way. Raise or call. Call is probably best with position. Wow, you nuts. What is he doing? I don't know how much I see, but
Raise is only 25.
what's that?
Folds versus raise only 25. So why there is no way we should raise this, right?
For value. He's always gonna call it pocket 7, 6s, ace 5, ace 2.
Then we're gonna have a hard time continuing in this hand. Because he can have so many better 8s as well, right? That is not folding.
Yeah, that's what I said. If I have ace 8, king 8, I raise for sure, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought
If
he
ace
said
8,
raise.
9, I might not with position. I might just call.
Oh, yeah.
But as played,
How much he see bet on the flop here?
he C-bets a
61.
hidden range.
61. I think he open raise a lot. We can call.
I'm gonna call here. I'm not gonna fold.
Yeah, no, we call, man.
Check. Check.
Fold.
Wow. I call.
4 pot odds. Call 4 pot odds. You think we beat something here on of his range?
Ace 3, ace 4, 6, 7,
Okay.
4, 6. No, we don't beat 4, 6. 3, 4. The reason why I call is because he defends really wide. So he's going to be rebluffing us a lot with hands like ace 5, ace 2, right? Now he's not value betting like, he's probably not even value betting kings and aces anymore. Shouldn't be, right?
Maybe it's just better to bet half a pot on turn and
Turn.
check the river.
No, Gilbo, if I bet the turn, I'm chipping river, right?
Okay.
I think if we bet the turn, we have to turn it into a bluff. And rip all the flushes is in our range, right?
Okay.
8, 9's a bit too weak to take it to showdown, I think. So if I bet turn, I'm shipping river. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we have all the flushes in our range, right? Ace 4, ace 3, ace 5, 5, 6, king 5, queen 5, 5, 7 of hearts, king queen of hearts, king 10 of hearts, queen 10 of hearts. So we have a lot of flush draws in our range, okay? But if we bet turn and he calls, I mean, that means he has showdown value, like a hand like pocket 5, pocket 2, pocket 8s. So I would turn my hand to a bluff if I bet turn. And the bluff makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? the story that we told. Makes sense, right?
Yes.
Okay. I check raise you with the flush draw. You re-raise it. I just called my flush draw, turn, picked up my flush, and I'm gonna value bet it. Okay, so do you see why I turn into a bluff? I don't check back.
Yeah.
River is closed. Pause time. Check. Here's where you should bet small. Probably $1.50. Try to induce a raise or a call. Your easy 3-bet. So, I mean, when you have position of this guy, just go nuts, okay, Gurable?
Okay.
You know, he calls you 3-bet, you can just check fold, you give up with 6 high, right? It's exploitable, you know, we can flop quads, check fold, and still make money, okay?
Okay. So I'm gonna go up for 30%.
No, against him, yeah, go to 30%. But overall, you'll go up to like 20-something%. There's a lot of stuff that happens here that's good for you guys, okay? You guys see, I mean, Giro says he has a 14% 3-bet in general, right? How I taught you the 3-bet today, it's going to bring it up to like 22-23%, right?
And he has 8% 3-bet.
What's that?
Mine's like 8-9%.
8-9%. Okay, so this is good for you then, right?
Yes.
What else? Okay, so you know, this here, 49.9, and if you got yours down to 49.19, you see the difference that it makes to the average reg? It should make a lot of a difference, right?
No.
And in these scenarios, you also make a lot of money doing it, don't you, Gerba?
Yeah.
I'm bobbing my head now. Okay? So there's a couple of good things that happen here, okay, Gerba? We took some of our folding range and we 3-bet it instead, right? So now this drops down to 45 and this stays at 90.
Not our calling range, our folding range.
The top of my folding range. What you were folding, I was 3-betting, remember?
Okay.
It wasn't that huge, but like 5% of it, right? You know, if we go through these hands again, do you remember those hands that I told you were folding? I said, yeah, you can't fold. Either you call or 3-bet. The couple of times the guy was, remember I told you call with 8-3 offsuit? Right? So
yes, I was
this
thinking
down to like
that
40% now, right?
I was thinking the bottom of my calling range, not the top of mine.
Nu plecă.
Yeah, okay, the bottom of your calling range is fine too. Because I taught you to call with it more already, right?
Scuzați-mă, oamenii dumneavoastră. Dacă, știu
After
cum a
this
spus ea,
session, this should
când a
drop
cumpărat
to like
mașina.
45,
Atunci
46.
că o să o păstrezi dacă eu o să plec sau
Okay.
ceva de genul ăsta.
And
Nu,
the
nu
bottom of
plec.
your calling range start
Doar
3-betting it
că,
instead.
doar că am investit eu ceva bani undeva
And
și
then
acum
this
am,
will stay at 21,
pot să zic așa, aș avea nevoie de bani.
So it's going to drop to like 45, 21.
Pe următoarea lună, 2 luni, nu știu.
Does that-
Și nu vreau
does
să
that-
mă
does that
promot
sound
și
good to you?
spusesem oamenii
Yes.
noastre dacă mai
And it
vreți
also
să mă
makes
așteptați,
your life
să o
a bit
păstrați dumneavoastră, știi,
easier,
să rămân
right?
aici. Și 2 luni de
Because you're
zile
not
să
calling against
nu
this guy
plătesc
anymore.
eu
Wide
chirie.
anymore.
Nu,
You're just
încă nu mă
3-betting
uit, dacă
at
n-am
the
să mă
bottom
uit,
of
am
your
să...
range, right?
Am să vă zic oricum.
So that
Dar asta nu
affects
plec.
our calling range too, and it strengthens our calling range, right?
Okay.
So now that will directly fix this a bit too, right? You see that? Because now you're not calling, you know, in that spot, you're not calling with the bottom of our range, so we don't have to fold too much now. Make
Yeah.
sense? So indirectly, that will, we're going to get this
Pentru
down
mine
to
nu e
like
nicio problemă oricum ar
45.
fi. Deci nu vă gândiți. Cum vreți dumneavoastră. Dacă e ok, ok. Dacă nu, nu.
If we eliminate
Nu vreau
the
să pun
bottom of our
presiune
calling range in that spot.
Asta sau...
Okay?
Nu știu să vă gândiți la...
Ok.
Să nu vă credeți că nu am bani să
Sounds
plătesc
good.
facturile, că am ținut mă dimineață,
Yeah.
le plătesc oricum în avans de fiecare dată.
You
Dar
guys
și o
get
să
the
le arăt
idea?
luna asta
Yes.
ca să fiți sigură că nu există
Okay,
probleme.
we'll let
Da.
Guillermo do
Cum
a
ne-am să
couple.
început acum. Ok. Pentru nimica. Da, pentru nimic și vă mulțumesc.
Oh, very standard.
Da, nicio problemă, stați să ne aștept. Să rămâi, le vă doresc numai bine. Să
Call.
rămână, nu știu.
I don't want to bluff this guy. I fold. Yeah, if it was a reg, I might turn my hand to a bluff, okay? But against this guy, he's like a whale. I'm probably not bluffing him. That Euro.
Here I can 3-bet.
Sounds good. He barrels quite a bit, right? He doesn't check fold very often, so when he calls you 3-bet, right? He also doesn't like to call, so we can bluff a lot, right?
Yeah.
I go a bit bigger, smaller, but that's fine. I would bet the flop. Just bet it, right? I mean, if he folds 54%, he's folding pocket twos, threes, ace jack, ace 10 suited.
Yes, that was the plan, to 3-bet and c-bet, if he calls. No?
That's okay. I mean, I would just throw out a bet because you know it's exploitable already, right?
Yeah.
Throw a half pot on, it has to work like 30% of the time, so don't worry about it. Just do it, right? You call again. Call. No, raising good. Oh, you should just bet here. This is a perfect turn card to continue betting, right? You picked up a lot more equity.
Yes, but I was thinking that I don't have fold equity.
You don't think? Do you think he folds ace 3, ace 4?
I don't know.
Do you think he would?
Don't know, he's a whale. I don't know.
We don't know, but I mean, we have a lot of rivers we can bet for value too, right? A king, a 7,
Even an 8 I would bet, but I don't know.
club.
If you think that it doesn't fold so much, then you shouldn't be 3-betting in the first place, right? Raising in the first place. Rather.
No raises. But I mean, yeah, I would just fire this turn as a semi bluff, right? And possibly give up on the river if it doesn't hit. And then I would just bomb this river and like the jam it, and hope he calls the pocket 10s, jacks.
Yes.
Jamming there
Yeah.
on the river?
I jam if I bet turn, yeah.
Okay. Ah, okay.
Euro jam, yeah, sick jam.
No, it's a good play, I think.
Why?
I mean, I would bet even an 8 if I hit, but
Yeah, but I don't think you should jam the river. It's just bet for value, right? You want to call?
I wanna call a raise.
He loves to go to showdown, right?
Yeah,
So don't you want 9x to call?
yes, of course.
Do you think he calls an overbet jam?
Not if I don't bet turn.
Do you think he'll call the river overbet?
No, no.
Oh, you bet 8. I thought you jammed. Who said jam?
Don't know.
Maybe I'm just thinking, I'm hearing things. Yeah, fold. Fine. I'm not gonna teach you too much crazy stuff. I would 3-bet. Folding is fine. If it was suited, what would you do?
Call.
Yeah, I call too. Because he bets once and gives up a lot, right? Like that. You should call him, right? Too much to ask him to fold. I don't like folding this board too much, but against him, I think you should. With the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw.
I'm 3-betting here for value.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too horrible. Okay, so now that we're going to be 3-betting 20-something% in this spot, I think you should lower your sizes a bit, okay?
Okay.
8 BB. Because it's a lot. You're making a bluffs too expensive then, right? Okay.
Okay.
Because I mean, when you start 3-betting 20-25%, you're 3-betting a lot, okay? And we have to reduce it. Yeah, I'm not gonna teach you to defend too wide. So that's fine. Yeah, it's just fold now. What do you think, Giro?
I'm gonna call here.
First of all, I want to see what this means, right? Probably 1 out of 1. I called you.
What means what?
4-bet versus hero.
Okay.
If it's like 3 out of 3, okay, then I'm 3-betting it, right? With the intention of 5-bet bluffing, right?
Okay.
Okay. Like it. Okay. Earlier we went through this hand, a hand like this already, right? This guy bets once and gives up a lot. You guys all agree?
Yeah.
So we should float, flop, and better.
We should, but I mean, so now that's a good question because that's exactly what I want you to ask, right? If I held pocket threes and 8-9 suited, which is a better hand to float?
Eight.
You think
8-9 suited.
8-9 suited, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can flop something like draws, backdoor draws, and call.
Second pair,
Second pair, top
middle
pair.
pair,
Yeah.
flush draw, straight draw, right?
Yeah.
And pocket threes, when you float with pocket threes, generally, what do you have in general?
Nothing. Low pocket pair. Under pair.
Fourth pair,
Yeah.
or middle pair,
Under pair.
under pair, right? Fourth pair.
Yeah.
So against the guy like that, what do you think is more optimal then?
Yeah. Call 8-9 and 3-bet threes. Deuce. Fours.
Does it make sense, Girbo?
Yeah.
He folds a lot to 3-bets. Okay. So let's take pocket threes and 3-bet it and call with a hand that plays better. Playability wise, plays a lot better post flop. So that we could float. King 10 is better, right? Queen 10. But hands like pocket 2, 3s, 4s, I mean, they don't flop very well. So let's 3-bet that instead because you can go either way, right? You know what I mean? Against this guy, you can call or you can and 3-bet. Okay, so we want to think about what's gonna produce a better post flop kind of game. And do you understand? Do you start seeing why 8-9 suited is better than pocket threes? 389 offsuit is better.
Yeah.
Because pocket threes, if you hit a set here, you rarely ever get paid off, right?
Yes. He's weak.
He doesn't bluff as much. You know what I mean? He doesn't barrel all the time. And what does he do? Is, let's say for example you hit a set. What does he generally do?
Bet fold.
Bet once
Yes.
and then check full turn, right? So
Yeah.
now all of a sudden set money isn't as profitable anymore, right?
Yeah.
Right? So now with pocket threes, what do you think I would do here?
Bet.
If he's at the call.
Bet.
Just bet, right? I mean, don't
Yes, I was thinking why would he check if he
think
bets.
like that, okay? Just think like this. I call. He usually see bets a high percentage. Now he checked, right? I pocket threes. Now if he has ace jack, ace 10, isn't it good if I bet him?
Yes, of course.
He has 9, 10, 10 jack. It's not that horrible to bet here, and he folds it, right?
Coach, I have to go now.
Okay, okay.
Alright, see you guys.
Bye bye, Sandy.
Bye.
Bye. Happy belated birthday, Girbo.
Okay.
Okay, see ya.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay? So don't. What I want you to do, Gerbo, is stop thinking too much. Okay. At
Okay.
50 now, you don't have to think what. There's no such thing as he thinks, I think, he thinks, she thinks. You know,
Because we think.
they don't think like that, right? What I want you to do is just look at the way they play and just do it. Okay. If
Yeah.
they fold a lot to C bets, just C bet. If he check folds a lot, just bet, right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes.
Don't start thinking he thinks, I think, he. Why would he bet? Why would he not bet on this board? You don't have to do that at this stake. You know, you're thinking, you're overthinking. Then if you do that, right? The way I look at it is this: he bets a lot. You guys agree?
Yes.
He C bets a lot. And he didn't C bet, so he must have a weaker hand that I can get the full pocket fours, pocket sixes. You know, ace
Yes.
2, ace 9, ace 8. So when he checks here, I want to bet to protect my hand a bit, and I want him to fold. So if he folds, great. Okay, because even if he folds, he still has 2 overcards. You know that he can hit. He has some equity that I can fold out, right? And I'll go from there. Then if he check calls, then I'll probably give up, right? But do you see what happened? No, I mean just 3-bet the hand, right? What do you think he does with ace 7 offsuit? This guy,
Fold.
great, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does Christian?
Yep.
How much are you 3-betting versus small blind?
Wait a second.
How much are you 3-betting versus small blind?
And the last 10,000 hand, I 3-bet 15.
15. Okay, I mean this session helped a bit then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's good enough. What do you think, Gerbo?
Yes.
Might be too much if we keep going, right? Okay. So next time I want to see you like a monkey, right? Like 40-20, right?
Yes. I don't have 19 really here, but it's a sample size.
Yeah. No, that's good. Don't worry about it. I love it. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, I love it, Gerbo. Okay.
Okay.
Again, there's some stuff we're gonna work on, right? Your fold to C bet is okay. Well, fold to 4 bets is what I'm gonna work on next, okay? Because
Yes.
when you start 3-betting this, it's gonna go up to 9%. You see that in this sample, it went up to 9%,
Yes.
and everything else was the same, right, Gerbo?
Yes. Yes.
But in your 25 NL, it was 7.5, right?
Yeah.
See how much it changes how people perceive you just simply because you 3-bet a bit more in the big blind. Everything else looks the same to me. It looks the same. You're
It's
even
the
tighter
same.
here.
Yes.
Okay, but
Yeah.
now you're 3-betting 9%. All of a sudden, that changes exactly what people do to you. You know, you used to look like this, right?
Yes.
Don't you do differently? Don't you react differently to this guy and this guy?
Definitely.
Definitely, right? So work on this, and we'll get that up, and then this is going to be our next leak that we have to plug. Okay?
Okay.
Because once it goes up to 9, people are gonna be 4-betting you more, and then we have to fix that. Okay?
Okay. So I'll expand my calling range when I can, and also increase my 3-bet range when I can.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, thanks.
Ciao.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.